Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers. In our last video, we went ahead and made the mouth box for Link. Look at them chompers. In this one, we're going to go ahead and do the hair. So right off the bat, of course, we should save our work and make sure we save a copy. So go to the next iteration. I'm going to go to, what do we have? I'm at 15, so I can do 16. I've got a 16 and 17. Let me go ahead and just do an 18 here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Link here. And we're going to make the hair in two different parts. And there's a bunch of different ways of making hair. But we're going to go and try to do this anime style, sort of like blocky-ish hair. So the first thing we'll do is we'll lay down a base for the hair color. And then we will generate these little wisps that kind of comb out. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's turn off symmetry. And we'll take Link. Let's make him live. I'm going to go over to our little horseshoe up here. Make sure we have Link selected and hit live. And now he is a live object, and we can create some geometry on him using Quad Draw. So come over to the tools, grab Quad Draw. And then let's go ahead and turn symmetry on. And then go ahead and just go ahead and click, make 4 points, hold shift to fill in. There's our first point. I'm going to go to the side of the head over here and just build this real quick. There we go. Now with Quad Draw, it's generally better to work from a large shape to a small shape. So I'm going to fill in back here. We'll go larger. And then we'll go smaller as we get farther back. Okay, so I need a cut here. That means I need a cut in there. So I'll move this here. We'll cut here. I'm going to start on the back of the neck. So back of the head anyway. I'll get these. Fill those in. Again, that's holding shift and clicking to fill in. Let's get behind the ear. Go ahead and cut to fill that in. We'll get the back of the head up here. So as we start to fill this in, it's going to get a bit awkward. So we want to make sure that these are curving correctly into each other. You can see as I build this in sections, I'm doing it so that I can take a peek at how the geometry is going to line up. So these will go together pretty easy. And then down here in the middle, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then for here, we'll just fill that in. I'm actually going to cut, so hold Control. Cut, and then I can reshape sort of this space here. And cut here. There we go. If you hold down Shift and then click and drag, you can smooth. So I'm going to smooth some of this. Alright, so let's say that this is the cap that we want. We've got the main shape here. We're going to split this so that the hair is parted along here. Let's go ahead and hit Q to turn off our tool. F8 for object mode. Let's turn off the live option up here. Unclick that. I need to be able to work on Link, but I don't want to grab him. So let's go ahead and select him. Go over to Channel Box. Down here we have a layer. If we click that little V, that layer is our reference layer. So if I double click the word over here, I can change this to underscore layer. So we'll save that. And then with Link selected, we'll hit Layers, Create From Selected, and then just go ahead and poke the V to make sure that Link blinks. He does. Let's change the word here. This will be Link layer. And then I'll hit the third box twice to make it a reference, so R. And now I can't select Link anymore, but I can select the headpiece. So this is our cap, so I'll make this hair cap. Alright, I'm going to duplicate it, Control D to duplicate. And let's hide the original. And I'll take hair cap 1 here. And we will extrude. So let's go ahead and hide Link. Before we extrude this, we need to split down the middle here. So I'm going to turn off symmetry. I'm going to go to F10 for edge mode. I'm going to select this edge here. Come back to about here on the head. That's where the part is going to be on our hair. It's going to be right about there. I'm going to go up to Edit Mesh and hit Detach. What that'll do is it'll let this spot be separated. And now we can extrude it. So let's go hit F8 for object mode. Go to Poly Modeling and then hit Extrude. And we will pull out the blue arrow. That looks good enough. And you can see that this part separated. Hooray! Let's go up to Mesh, come down to Smooth. Very good. Okay, so we have this natural part, but we do want to connect it. We don't want it to be completely separated. So what we'll do, let's hide the eyeballs because they're in the way. Make it the left and right eyes and hit H to hide. Go ahead and grab this, and let's go to F11 for face mode. So I'm going to get this face here. And I'm going to go to the end of the hair, not all the way out, but just to about here. Shift and double click to get this band. Delete. Get this one, go to the end to about there, shift double click. Get that. And then what we need to do is connect these. So I'm going to go and hit F9. I'll get this point and that point. Go to Edit Mesh, hit Merge Center. Get this one and that one. Hit G to repeat. Get those two. And these two. So we have that natural part. And then down here we will merge this one and that one. So this underseam, we'll just merge these. Okay, so the hair should naturally part this way. Let's get our sculpting tool. So object mode, let's clear the history. So edit, clear history, and go to sculpting. Let's get our lift brush. Let's turn on Link so we can see him. And what we want to do is lift our hair out of his scalp. Now to make this a bit easier to see, because it's gray on gray, hit Q. We'll get our object here. Go to rendering. We'll grab a Lambert. That's this one in the middle here. And just name it whatever you want to name it. This is going to be hair matte. So if we click the color, get the little eyedropper, and then hover your mouse over his hair color. Click it. There we go. So now we can see the hair, although it is a bit tough to see with this brightness. I'm going to go back to material attributes. You can always dial this down to make it, easier to see. And then I'm going to turn on wireframe on shaded. So shading, come down to wireframe on shaded. And that's going to give me the wireframe so I can kind of see where everything's kind of overlapping. Go back to sculpting. I'll get my lift brush. And we can lift the hair. To adjust the strength of the brush, go to the tool settings, which is the little hammer here. Strength is here. You can adjust the slider as you need. Brush size is there. You can also hold down the B key to adjust the brush size. You can also hold down the M key to adjust the strength. So either of those, up to you. I like a strength about 3.5, so I'll just dial that in there. And we're going to lift the hair so that it naturally rises off the head here. I'm going to use the smooth option, so holding shift lets you smooth. Let's lift this up off the head. Now I'm just doing a single click as I drag to try to only lift a little bit. And then I'm going to smooth as I go. Hair is not perfectly flat, so it's okay for this to be a little bit rough. Oops, a little over smoothing there. I'm going to adjust the shape of the hair by using the pull brush. So that's this guy right here, the fourth one over. Adjust my size of the brush, and I can hit pull and just kind of make it irregular so it's not perfectly smooth. Tuck it in behind the ear. Make a little spot for the sideburn to kind of flow in. Whoops. Okay. So then over here for the parting of the hair, I'm going to lift this up a little bit more. Get my lift brush. I will adjust my brush size, and I will very gently lift this. You can see it's lifting a lot more than I really want, so I can just use the shift and smooth. Take that down some. Okay. The other thing you can do to kind of fluff out the volume of this, vertex mode, so F9. Pick a vertex, press the B key. That's going to turn on soft select. Hold down B and click and drag to adjust the radius, and then you can always lift areas based on the soft selection to shape out certain parts of the hair. So it's a quick way of getting a little bit more volume. And then one other tool before we jump off from the hair cap is the inflate brush. So if you come over, let's go to object mode, so F8. The inflate brush is this little circle with a circle on it. What that does is it tries to puff out an area or inflate an area. So I'll go ahead and get a big brush here. And as I paint, you can see it's going to pull and inflate those areas out. You can always adjust the inflate brush strength. Let me drop this down to like a 3. And this is be another quick and easy way of ramping up volume without making it too jagged. Alright, so this is going to do it for the hair cap. In the next one, we're going to start creating the wisps. So save your work, stay tuned, and I shall see you next time. Hey guys, thank you for checking out the channel. If you liked that video you just watched, consider hitting that like button and hit or subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, check out the Wielders of Ether. It's my upcoming comic book. The Kickstarter will be dropping pretty soon. You can see that is getting ready here. The newsletter for that, if you go to brucebooks.com, you can sign up for the newsletter, and you will be notified when the Kickstarter drops. We're pretty excited, and we hope to see you on launch day.